Welcome, everybody, to a very special Get the Word Out. I have a beautiful guest on that was born in Iraq, and we're going to talk about what it's actually like to live in an authoritarian regime. But first, I want to go into what happened last night in Indiana because it made national headlines, and I feel like the national headlines are a little bit wrong. Last night, state senators overwhelmingly voted no to mid-decade redistricting on our congressional lines. We stopped national pressure, Trump pressure from gerrymandering from happening and giving all 9 of our congressional seats to Republicans. That was their plan. I don't know whether it was going to happen or not, but we stopped it. And the national press is just saying, thank you, Republicans. Thank you, Republicans, for sticking up for us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yes, thank you. Thank you for doing the bare minimum and voting no against redistricting. It was actually really hard because there was bullying from Trump, from our governor, Braun. They said they were going to help primary anybody that voted in support of democracy, in support of stopping the redrawing of lines. And these Republicans didn't listen. So good job. However, why did they vote that way? They voted that way because we, the people, organized. Hoosiers did this. Many Republican state senators who came out and said why they voted no, they said, well, my constituents didn't want me to. Mad Voters did this. Indivisible. We have Do Something Southern Indiana down here. We have so many groups. Tens of thousands of you all in Indiana worked together, organized, called, emailed, protested, spoke at the state house against this redistricting. You did this. We did this. We did so many shows about this gerrymandering, and they are not saying that on the national stage because they don't know us, because they don't live here in Indiana. So I just want to applaud and thank every single one of you that did your part in stopping this. I'd like to thank Ed Clear, our Republican state house person close by here, who said no to it. And then he had a bomb threat a couple days ago because he was saying no to Republican national bullying. So this can happen. But what do we do next? You all, if you spent any time emailing, calling, protesting, you did any of these things, we need you now to run for something local. And I will talk with that with my amazing guests. But we need you to keep the energy going. If you took a few hours of your day over the last few months to fight this redistricting, you can do it. You can run for something small like Township Advisory Board, or something medium, or something big in your county. But those same Republicans that yesterday voted the right way, they also voted to up the time to run for something. They made it harder to run for something in our state. We used to be able to get our names on the ballot up until July before the election. Now it's May. Okay. So it is going to be very, very difficult for Democrats in rural counties and Republicans in city counties to get enough people on the ballot, and that stops democracy. So I need to keep this momentum alive, you all. I need you guys to look into running for something, whichever party you identify with the most. Find out what you can run for. Just in Harrison County alone, we have 12 township trustees up. And each of those 12 township trustees need 3 advisory board members just in Harrison County alone. I am a little bit freaked out at trying to fill that up in Harrison County. So we need your help. Keep this going. Now let's push the momentum on filling up our ballot, because guess what? We won last night. We can do it again. Indiana, have hope. Look what we did. It is amazing. Let's do it now. Let's fill up the ballot. Okay, I am going to welcome my wonderful guest, Saad Tawfeeq. You're gonna have to make sure I'm saying it right. Saad, come on. Saad lives in Indiana. He is
Hi.
a citizen. You've been a citizen for 10 years, and you were born in Iraq, right? How are you today? And
Yes.
before we get into your story, what's your take on what happened yesterday? Let's hear it.
Well, first of all, I'm really happy, proud, and I would like to thanks Indiana uh, House Democrats. Big hug thanks to them from top of the senators, representative, everyone who stand to defeat our democracy. This is what
Democracy won
democracy looks like.
yesterday. This was a big win for the
Absolutely,
country.
it's a huge things happening in Indiana, and that's making me proud. I'm really shake when I say that because it's really huge things happening. We've been months working on that every single day, showing up actually in the state house to defeat our democracy. So I would like to thank top of the senators, representative who's actually defeating
And
us.
here's the
And
picture.
that's,
Here's yesterday. This is
yeah,
the state
that's a
senators.
huge.
The red people voted no on redistricting. We had 31 no's. There's 50 state senators. And I believe 18 of them voted, 17 or 18 of them voted no, and one
No,
or
yes.
voted yes for it, and one didn't vote. So
On
it
this
was an
moment,
overwhelming thing. It is
yeah,
big. This is a big
yeah,
deal. Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
on this moment. I just screaming like, oh my gosh, it's happening. We did it,
I
Hoosiers.
I
Oh my
feel at
God,
times,
it's
sometimes I get defeated and feel like we've
yeah,
lost our democracy in Indiana because at the state level, we have so much gerrymandering. Like I run for State House in District 70, and it's very, they've redrawn the lines to make it very rural. So it's really hard for me to go door to door, and also
yeah,
rural areas vote more Republican.
yeah,
So so even though the Republicans in our area don't really listen to them or care about them, it's really hard for somebody else to get elected. So I kind of was feeling like we've lost our democracy in Indiana, and having this happen yesterday, ooh, that really gave me a lot of hope. It really gave me a lot of hope. Yeah. So you're saying you're so excited, you're shaking. You're shaking in excitement that we have our democracy still.
absolutely. Of course, definitely, for sure, because
And
it's we
so
what we do is exactly, every single day making calls. Every single day we showing up. Every single day we contact representatives, we contact to our senators to defeat, our democracy, to actually stop this actually redistricting, gerrymandering maps that is hurting a lot of people, hurting our communities.
yeah.
So working hard. We continue right now on the issue that affect our families, affect our communities, and work it for the people. That's why I am running for local office for Pleasant Township trustee down in Indiana South, Johnson County, District 6. So
So if you
I
live
am running.
there, you guys can vote for
Yes, I'll
Saad
have been there
in the
15
election.
years. Yes,
So you've
yes,
lived there for
I'm
15
15
years.
years.
You've been a
Yes.
natural, you're a citizen now for 10 years,
I'm in
correct?
2000, well, proudly immigrant American citizen since 2015. I come to United States with my family. My father served in U.S. military. He gave all his life to protect our troops, to get them back safe to our countries. Um, Originally from Iraq, I born and raised in Baghdad, city capital of Iraq.
What year?
Um, oh my gosh, it's around 80s, kind of 80s, you know. So I born in the war and of the war, and I raised up in the Gulf War. I rise and in the last war when invaded and the Civil War invaded. I'm about to finish my degree, and I finished it until of the war. I was a study without electric. I study on the condo.
You study
I
without
just
electricity.
exactly electricity just in the candle because we are under of the war. So my life wasn't really easy at that time. It was really tough life I have been
And
in.
do you have siblings, brothers and sisters?
Well, brothers and so yeah, my native actually, and my family was living there too, and my relatives, actual relatives there living. So it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy there. So what happens exactly when the civil war invaded in Iraq? Uh, I just,
And when was
as
the
like
Civil
any
War? Do you know
teenager.
what year this was? What year was the Civil War in
Yes,
Iraq?
2003.
Okay,
2003.
2003, there's a Civil War.
2003, there's no first war, 2003, and then 2004, and above 2003 to 2004 was a civil war. Civil war about religions, civil war about Sunni and Shia.
And is America involved in this?
A lot of people killed on that. A lot of people killed. You know, I was on I was on danger at that time. I got a threat a lot, and I wasn't care. I was too young, and I wasn't care. I just been fighting for my life. You know,
Did you have to
before
fight, or
that,
were you just a student and you
well,
were
if
just
I go out, I want to tell you this. If I go out, I will never know if I'm come back, home or not.
so every time
On
you
under
left the
the
house,
Civil
you
War,
didn't know if you were gonna make it. You didn't know if some
make it or
scary
not.
bomb
Yes,
or something
yes,
was gonna
yeah.
happen to you.
Something else has
Okay.
happened to me, or I
This
got
is the
kidnapped
point.
because
There's
my
a lot of
sister, yeah,
keep going, sorry.
my sister, she got a kidnap,
Your
and the
sister
U.S.
got
military,
kidnapped.
yes, and my contact everybody. My father contact the U.S. Army, and then they got my sister at that time.
The US
Look at
Army
how
was
it's
able to
dangerous.
find your sister and get her back. What time
They
period was
got her
this?
back. This was in around 2004.
And how old was your sister?
I wasn't sure about her age, actually. I don't remember. Sorry
Is
to
she
say
like
that, but
under 10? Is she a teenager?
no. She is older than me.
Okay.
She's older than me, actually.
Okay. And how old are
So at
you?
that time, she was. I'm actually getting 38.
38. Okay.
Yeah. So what happens exactly, at that time when the Civil War came, and what it caused me that, what the effective things that I got. I lost my girlfriend. I lost my teacher, my friends, my schools. Everything was devastated. So my father was really smart. He moved us actually from Iraq to Jordan. But before I talk about that, my father, he faced the regime of Saddam.
So your father went
Since
against Saddam
80s,
Hussein?
my father from 1980 to 2003. Every every week, it's like weekly. They actually testified him and investigated him for no reason. It's a part of his family was against Ba'ath Party at that time. One of his relatives, far relatives of my father, side of my father, he's against of Saddam's, Ba'ath Party. My father at that time, he is actually top engineering at that
Your
time
father's an engineer.
and
Wow.
served in Iraq. So
Okay,
when
so
that is
what I
happening,
just want to
they
like talk
get
a
they
minute
get
about why we're having you on here, Todd. A
yeah.
lot of, let's say, when Trump won the second time, okay, a lot of my friends said this, and they said it the first time he won. Our democracy's gone in America. We've lost it. We're an authoritarian regime. Our life is over. Everything is ruined. And I believed that the first time Trump won. And then I watched as I got more political, as my friends got more political. We got active. We raised awareness. We took back the House and the Senate after his 2 years of his first term. Then he left. He left when Biden won, even though there was January 6th, which was very scary. It didn't win. He
Mhm,
left. Biden comes in. I wish we could have
mhm,
had somebody younger, but I don't know whether somebody other than Biden could have won that. And then Biden's health declines. Kamala comes in not enough time. There's still a lot of sexism and racism in our country. She doesn't win. Trump wins. And everybody's saying it again. We've lost our democracy. We're in an authoritarian regime. We don't have free speech. We don't have basic human rights. Everybody's freaking out. I have to admit, I was in a low place. It was hard for me, but at the same time, I was like, we still have our democracy. We still have elections. We have voter suppression. We have a lot of things that make it hard, but we still have our rights. What I want to know from you is when you're running as a Democrat, when you're faced with these people and they're saying to you, Saad, we've lost our democracy, you grew up in war in Iraq with Saddam Hussein, you lost teachers and family, friends. They died from this government and this violence. What do you want to tell them when you're like, no, this country is great? You might not like who's in charge right now, but this is great. What do you want to say to them?
I want to say that to them, to the people who believe that we lost our democracy. That's not
It's not
right.
right.
No, it's not right. Our democracy is still. And look at yesterday. We make a
Look what
victory
happened yesterday in
yesterday.
Indiana. We still have
Look what
democracy in
happened.
Indiana. Yeah.
We still have it. We still have it. And I am actually came to United States to be a citizen of the country. It is my dream home safe country and a freedom country. So I live for it, I die for it, and I know what's look like without democracy.
I only know you a little
Anyone,
bit. You've been so favorable of Project Next since we started. But what I get from you, what I do know about you, is that love for our country. It's like in every fiber of your being how much you love America. This man born in Iraq, born seeing violence, seeing people he know die because of the country he was born in. I see it in you. And I think it's really beautiful and it makes better sense to me. And I am I am impressed with you, Saad, because of your positivity. Um, I would get very frustrated with our side with what they're saying when you're like, can I just tell you like 2 minutes of my life in Iraq?
yeah. So, so I'm telling the people back to what I said. I'm going to tell the people that every day it's a good day for me because I'm an American citizen. The the life that I've been through before, it wasn't easy. It's really tough life. But here in the United States, it is it is the dream has become true.
You know, we
Dream
hear
has
that
become true.
dreams come true in America. We haven't felt like
2009,
dreams
I
are
come to
coming
United
true.
States. Yeah,
So,
2009, I come to United States with zero English. So I
wow.
study here. I study here, and I study the culture of United States.
Did you come straight to Indiana, to Johnson County?
Straight to Indiana, to Johnson County, to my dream home state, to come to this state, to be in this state, So was really very huge things to me inside. I wasn't to speak English, but the emotions inside of me was really huge.
The
When you
love you
dream
had for
about
this
something,
country that took you
yes,
in made you want to
it's
learn English?
I want you just to give you example. Someone to give you a gift, surprise you with it. It's really huge gift. My gift was more than a gift, more than a gift. It's a huge things happening when I came to United States, when I see what's happening actually around me. Oh, I said, oh my God. I tell to my twin sister, I have a twin sister, by the way. She was actually next to me. Actually, when we dropped down from Jordan to Chicago and Chicago to Indiana. So
So
the
you have a
first
twin
state,
sister. Huh.
yeah, yeah. So when I actually came to United States, I got to, I get down in Chicago. I just looked to my sister and told her what we're going to do. I don't know. It's the dream has become true. This is America. We're in America,
I
my
love
home
your
safe country.
I love your optimism. I love
Thank you.
your emotion. It is so beautiful and it is so needed, Saad. It is
Of
so
course.
needed because, you know, The Trump winning his second term happened a year ago, over a year ago now. And we've just seen a lot of at the beginning, a lot of bullying tactics, and we're seeing a lot of bullying work. And yesterday in Indiana, that bullying did not work. I think more people voted to stop redistricting because those Republicans didn't like other Republicans bullying them. And we need to see that. Bullying only gets you so far. The will of the people comes out. And since we do live in a democracy and we do have checks and balances, even though our president might run, like might want to be authoritarian, he can't in all things. He might try, bad stuff may happen, but America is going to preserve. Our checks and balances are going to hold. They might get a little weaker, but they're going to hold. And this is the time where we need to step it up, get more involved in local government, state government, national government. We all need to pay attention so we can strengthen democracy so that when somebody comes in and wants to rule like a dictator, they cannot get as far as this person has. What do you think about that?
Well, just to tell you, I'm thinking so happy
So
because
sweet.
America is always great, always great. Before I come to United States and after I become to United States, it's always great because
So did
we
you
have
grow
a
up
strong
hearing about
people. Yeah,
did you
we
grow
have a
up in
strong.
Iraq hearing about America? What were your thoughts on America as you were
Of course. That's why, before actually I born, my father, he's supposed to be here in 70s, but he couldn't make it because of
aw,
his relatives and his family. Thought if my father came to United States, he will never go back and see them. So
he didn't want to
their
leave his
relatives,
family.
yeah,
That's sweet.
yeah.
Yeah. So
So and then
your family's been trying to get here for a while.
yeah, so my father, when I born, actually, he put that on me, put that dream on me, you know, and I grew up with it. I watch a lot of movies. I watch a lot of things about America. You know,
Aw.
I love it, and I want to
And
come to this
so
country.
you
And one
grew
day I
up
tell to
seeing it
my
as a
yeah,
place where you could be you. Is that what you're seeing? You could be
yes,
freer
I
and
see
you
the
wanted
first movie is Home Alone, and I always seen that
Oh, what a
movie.
good movie to see for your first one. That's so cute.
That's the first movie that I see,
My
and
son watched Home Alone and then started setting traps for me around the house. I couldn't get out of the bathroom one day. I was like, "What's going
yeah,
on?" I'm glad he didn't do violent traps. He just did trap mom in a location traps. That's
yeah,
so cute.
yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about freedoms because the far to the left people go after a lot that we don't have freedoms. And when there's a Democrat in office that's the president, the Republicans saying we do not have freedoms. Can you tell us what is it actually like to grow up in an authoritarian regime in Iraq when we are saying we don't have freedoms or freedom of speech and freedom of religion? Like when we don't, what is it actually like in Iraq in an authoritarian rule?
Oh my God, it's dictatorian's rules. There's a one party, and that's a Baath party. And oh my gosh, anyone who is against this party, even if you say let me tell you this: there is no equal rights, no equal opportunity at that time, no freedom speech there.
So if you
If you
made a
make a
declaration
freedom of
against
speech,
your government,
yeah, yeah, you will be executed.
so if
Whole
you
your
made if
family
you spoke out against your government, you would be killed. You guys, are you
executed.
listening to
You're
this?
gonna be
That's
in
what
the
it's like
prison.
in an authoritarian regime.
Yeah, this is how the
I get
regime
on this
is.
network almost every day, Monday through Friday, and I proudly say my opinion. I'm allowed to say that in this country. I'm pumping it out on a bunch of social networks. Uh, I'm allowed to do that. And that is so incredible. So we have to acknowledge that. So you couldn't have done that. Your dad, who was trying to get out, could not have publicly said, I want to get out because I'm fearing for my life. I can't be free here. something would have happened.
Yeah, because when the Civil War, when the wars came between Iraq and America, they freed us. But there is a civil war came too, and that civil war killed a lot of people. Thousands of people died on the
People you and
bombs.
some of these
All
are
this,
people you
yeah,
knew and cared about.
my friends, my loved one, my teachers, all it's gone. All's gone. So I move on to Jordan. Stay in Jordan for a little while. I want to give you a little story about me, actually, so you can know more
Sure.
about me, what's happening exactly. And during the process, it's not easy process to come to United States. It's really hard to process. So I moved to Jordan, stay in Jordan for a little while, and then I moved to Egypt, stay in Egypt about like 5 years to
Wow.
wait, my visa, my special immigrant visa to come to United States.
How old were you when
So
you were
I,
living in Egypt?
oh my gosh, I don't remember exactly what's
Were
the
you in your
ages
20s?
exactly.
Were you in your teens?
Uh, no, older than that, older than teenage
So
actually.
20s?
Yeah, around 20s,
I
something
feel
like
like your
that.
culture is different about age than us. It's interesting. Okay. And
Yeah.
what did you do for those
So,
5 years in Egypt?
oh my God, I actually my hobbies. It's really nice. I love music. I love DJs, and I love my music. I just study in the opera house in Egypt to play in the oud. And second, I got a certificates from beauty center, Egyptian beauty centers, for men's and women's cutting hair, doing stuff of that actually at that time in Egypt. So I spent in my time, doing these things. But in the 5 years, I've been just dreaming to come to my, you know,
You wanted to come to
home.
America. The whole time you wanted to get to
It's
America.
my I call it as my home. I call it my
Wow.
home. Yeah, because I don't have any home in these countries. My home is the United States. So when
It's
someone's
just
asking me what's your home is, I said America, United States. It's my dream
because you
home
didn't feel
country.
safe. The place where you were born wasn't safe.
Mhm.
So it makes sense that you don't feel like that was your home. That's where you were born. It was scary. People you knew and loved died from it. You weren't able to be yourself. You weren't able to speak out. It makes sense that you don't identify that as your home. I'm glad that Egypt took you in for 5 years. And I'm glad that you were able to do
Then,
things that you loved there. That's nice.
but
So
still
did you have
like
to just
thinking
fill out
what's
a lot of
happening. Like,
paperwork and visas, a lot of paperwork to get to America?
yes, a lot. Yes, a lot of works, a lot of paperworks we give. So waiting until the day. I will explain to you. It's really very emotional. It
Yeah.
was, a private party for the embassy of the United States in the opera house where I am study my music actually. So I asked the security was next to me. I said, "What's going on over there?" They said, "It's a private, party from U.S. Embassy." I said, "Is that paying for tickets or free?" He says, "It's free." So I called my family because I wasn't speak English. My older sister was speak English. Her name is Saad Tawfeeq. She speak English at that time. So I call her, tell her, come over, bring the family and come, guys. So they come and contact with the embassy, with the consular. So he told them, and he told my sister friend that the visa and the name of my father was on this visa, and we have only 1 month. If we didn't open the case will be canceled forever.
Oh,
Imagine
wow.
this. We've been waiting 5 years. Nobody contact us for this. So Rand, she contact, our sponsor. She contact my father, and all's happening after 4 months. Dreams become true. I come to
Wow.
United States 2009. I said, "Oh my God, I'm in United States," and it was really so huge thing. I love America. America give me more than my mother's country give me. So I
Yes.
live for it and I die for it. I'm saying that because I have a lot of emotional inside me,
I get it makes
you
sense.
know.
I think you're really mentally healthy in expressing your emotion, Saad, because your country wasn't safe. You've been trying for years and years and years to get to a country that has a democracy that's free. You're watching these movies. You want to come here. You get here after a very long wait. It would be extremely emotional. It's like you've worked on this goal to just protect you and your family, and your dad has worked on this goal. It makes sense that it's going to be emotional, and just so much love to you and your family. I'm so glad that somehow you got, did you just get assigned to this location, to Indiana? Like,
Yes,
did they just like say here's
yes.
where you're going, and they just like flew you there
Yeah,
here?
yeah, yeah. Our sponsor was living here, so we come to our sponsor. Oh my
And
gosh,
what
it
is a
was a
sponsor?
huge.
Is that just somebody that's going to help
His
you when
name,
you get here?
yeah, his name. He is the boss of my father when he served in U.S. military too. His name is Todd Harrison. He is serving, U.S. military. But so it was so huge,
It's such
so
a nice
huge
story
thing.
because right now, the national story about immigrants is very scary. With ICE, with what's happening with people that speak Spanish or look Mexican or look Hispanic. It is scary right now with what's happening, and it's so heartwarming for me to hear you talk about America helping you, the military helping you. Um, you doing all the work, doing the paperwork, doing the classes, becoming a citizen, American citizen, getting to vote. Now you're running for township trustee in your county, in Johnson County. We need to hear that today. We need your story, Saad,
Of
because
course, definitely.
the visions that
So
we're seeing with ICE is horrific.
yeah, for sure, definitely.
Yeah.
Um, so I come to United States with zero English, and I study in
Wow.
here and study the culture of United States, and then I start working after like about 3 months. My come actually, I get the key of English language. Well, my father enforced me to learn the English language, push me on that. So I got a big support because he knows his son that he's going to be doing it. So after 3 months, working on myself, and then I speak in English. Was the first people that I see. It's my sponsor and his family and his relatives. I see all of them and talk to them, by Zoom. Actually, at that time by Skype, we have a Skype, contact them, because they are in Kentucky, we are in Indiana. So we have a Skype, we sit and talk, and they see that I am talking, start talking actually. So at that time, I start to be working, you know. So I study and I work. And 2011, I start working engineering software and hardware computer. So I built the computer, and uh, I study actually every part in the computer at that time.
So
So
I just want everybody to realize this beautiful soul here comes to America, learns English, learns a trade, helps in the tech industry. You are helping our country. You being an American citizen, you living in Indiana, you are helping Indiana. You're paying taxes in Indiana. You're trying to serve your community. You're trying to get involved with local government. And what a beautiful thing that is. And it's important to push back when the stories are pumping out negative, false things about people that come over that were born in a different country, to let people know we shouldn't judge people based on things they can't control. You could not control what country you were born in. You're a
mhm,
beautiful human being, and we're very lucky to have you in our country. And push back on the narrative. You don't push back by yelling at the person, by saying, shame on you, I'm never going to talk to you again, you think awful things. They've been told fake propaganda about immigrants. They've been told immigrants are the boogeyman and we should be scared of them and we should try to get them out of our country. Our country would be safer without them. Clearly, that's not right. Some humans do crimes and some humans don't, not depending on where they were born, but who they are, who their character is. So we should judge people based on their character, not things they can't control.
Absolutely.
So this you can use, you guys that are listening, you can use Saad's story. Here's this man born in Iraq, living in rural Indiana, trying to serve the country. It seems to me like your love for America is much deeper and more personal than a lot of us because we are so privileged just being born here. I wasn't born in war. I've never seen war in my neighborhood. I've never left my neighborhood to go to college or whatever in fear that I wasn't going to make it back. So your experiences growing up has given you this feeling. I imagine you're not alone. Do you meet other immigrants that have come over, that have come from scary places, and do they have similar feelings towards America as you?
Yes, yes. My family and some of my friends actually they have the same feeling actually,
So
and
you're not rare. The other people around you that came feel the
but
same.
I am the most rare person actually. I'm the most rare person who is love America and give my loyalty to United States and to our governments. I am not above in the law. I am always with the law. I am always with the rules.
You are following the rules. You
So
came here the right
I just
way.
follow. I
Yep.
don't want to do legally things, illegally
Right.
things. I am
Right.
the guy who is actually doing legal things in the
Right.
United States. And I want to present my community here in Johnson County to be the voice of them, to fight for them lives. You know, I take this position for local office because it's very important to the people because it's helping them with the utilities, with the rent, with the food, with the clothes. I will be them helper, actually.
And I want to
I
talk a
will
little bit
work
about that.
hard for that.
We have an
First, definitely.
audience outside
So,
of Indiana. I just want to talk about what township trustee is. So not every state has township trustees. I think we're one of the few that have them. So township
yes,
trustees, the state government gives each township, like in Harrison County, we have
each
12
township,
townships.
yes,
They
yes,
give each
yes, we have
township a certain
townships.
amount of money, and then
One,
there's 3 advisory boards for each township, and the advisory boards help set requirements for if people can get money, and it's for people that are in need. All of a sudden they lost some income or they lost their job and they can't pay their utility bill, they can't pay their
yes,
water bill. They can go to their township trustee. The township trustee takes the requirements and says, well, if you meet the requirements, fill this paper out, and then they can help you with money, help you keep you housed. The problem that we have in Harrison County, Saad, is our advisory boards have made the requirements to get money too hard. So I have people that contact me. I'm kind of locally known for somebody that tries to help. And I do try to help people when they message me. I get people that message me and say, I'm about ready to I can't pay rent this month, or I can't do this. And I send them to our township trustee, who's a nice person. The problem is the requirements are too hard. They basically have to be unhoused to get help. It's like, but we're trying to keep them housed. So we
yeah,
need better township trustees. We need better people on the advisory board, whether we're Republican, Democrat, or independent. That doesn't matter. Do you want to help people keep them housed and make the requirements
yes,
easier and then actually give them money?
yes.
So what do you want to do if
What
you're
I want to do
elected?
exactly, if I am elected, I'm not running for a title or position. I'm running for responsibility to be their advocate, to be their partner, to help them. So when they come to my office, so what I am going to, there's a rules that I'm going to be working on in 90 days. In 90 days, what I am going to do actually, I will make a clear reports to the public, about the budget that I'm going to be spending for. And then I'm going to be set up in hours for my community to see them face to face in any part of the community, town halls or in any part. I just want to show up and help them and sit with them, listen to them. So responsive leadership should to be listen, leadership that acts with integrity, leadership that show up every single day, but not for politics, for the people. People need
Yeah,
someone to help them,
right.
you know, with
You're
that.
not a very
So
political, getting to know you better. You're not super into the politics of, Indiana Democrats. You're into the I want to help people part. You're for the people. And that's sort of what we did yesterday with democracy, because that was a group effort to save
because it's for the
Indiana.
people. Look, when
It's
we
for the
making this,
people.
yeah, for when we make this victory and make it happening for the, it's for all Hoosier. Why I'm happy?
Right.
Because it's for me, for other people, not getting
And
hurt, to
you
be
had to you
represent.
had to get help. Saad, for you to be
Of course,
interviewing you today, you've had to had a lot of help from a lot of different countries and people. So you know what it's like to need help, to receive help, and
exactly.
now you want to help others. You get it. And I think those are the best helpers, those who have been through it. When I do like interviews with people that are helping the unhoused, some of them used to be unhoused and now they help because they get it. I sense that with you, and it feels like township trustees a really good fit for you. Again, you would be giving tax paying money to people that need it to keep them surviving in our community, which keeps our community safer. If you keep people off the
Of
streets,
course.
and then they can keep a job and they can keep a house and pay their bills and eat, that keeps them from doing crimes. So,
Yeah,
you
and by the
know,
way, there's a part that I'm going to be working on too.
uh-huh.
It's I'm going to be working with nonprofits, organizations, and leaderships, and the churches. By the way, I have a great people actually, and I'm very faithful person actually.
That's beautiful. So
And
you're not just going to
yes,
rely on the government. You're also work with nonprofits and do all you can to serve your community, to serve those that are struggling the most.
absolutely,
That's really
absolutely,
great. I can
absolutely.
see
That's what
why
I'm going to
you
do.
supported Project Next from the very beginning, because that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to
That's what we're
shine a
trying to
light
do for the people. Exactly,
for the people.
exactly,
Yes.
for
Yeah.
sure, 100%. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
if somebody wants to, if they're listening to this and they're hopefully caring about you and want to help, how could they help your campaign? What are some things they could do to help you? You don't have to live in Johnson
Well, on
County.
January 6th, yeah, well, I'm actually going to be opening all the things together, but I have my actually LinkedIn, Saad Tawfeeq for trustee. I have Facebook and Instagram. I have my email, Saad for Johnson County 2025 at gmail.com. If you have any concerns, any ideas, please email me. I can answer you very quick.
So
And
you're
I
on
have an
Facebook and
Instagram,
TikTok,
TikTok as well.
and you're on
Facebook, TikTok,
Instagram.
and
So you can just look up
Instagram,
the
and
same, because your
X,
name's
by
unique.
the way.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's right
yeah.
there on the comments. Look up the name, follow him, and then you're saying you're gonna file soon in January.
And
And
January
then you
6th, I'm going to be filed and
yeah, I
all the
gotta
things
file
will
for
be
State House
happening.
too.
So I'm going to be with Active Blue. So I need your, by the way, I need your trust. I need your support and I need your vote. So back to my story. So let the people
Sure.
know what happened is exactly to me. And after I actually work, 2014, I fed with kidney failure.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That kidney failure affect everything in my life. Put me in a dark mood, get depressed, because what happened, my oldest sister, she been on dialysis, but in different, actually,
Huh.
different way. It was very, very scary way how they dialysis her at that time because it's in 90s, different than in
Oh.
United States. That's the
And it
90s.
wasn't in the United States. So she had something
So
similar, but she wasn't in America then. So her treatment, and it was a long time ago, so the treatment wasn't as good.
absolutely.
I'm sorry.
So yeah. So my sponsor, Todd Harrison, come to the Methodist Hospital to me. I remind myself to wake me up. Tell me, Saad, wake up. You have to work. You have to study. Get your citizenship. Get your license. Get to back to your life.
So
That's who
you weren't
you
a
are.
citizen at this time. That sounds scary too. Oh no, I'm lost him. Saad, come back in, get out and come back. Oh, there we go. It's working now.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, can you
So,
hear me?
yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? I don't think you can hear me. Oh, there you go. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? I can
Yes. Can you hear
hear
me?
you.
You can't hear me? Go ahead and go back in and come back out. You turned your volume off. Can you hear me now? No, don't do this. Can you hear me? I'm gonna let you keep figuring it out. I'm just gonna keep talking here for a minute while you get this worked out.
Oh,
So,
here we go. Hey,
can you hear
here we
me?
go. Yes, I can hear
Hallelujah.
you.
Woohoo. All right. So
So,
you went to the Methodist hospital, but you were pretty depressed and you made yourself
pretty
get up.
depressed.
I'm
So
glad
I
you
have to
beat
do
that.
a dialysis. Yeah, so I
Mm-hmm.
have to do a dialysis, and I have a catheter. I was having a catheter actually,
Oh,
and I do my dialysis. And during that, 2014, 2015, so between this 1 year, 2014, get a lot of problem with my health. Then I threw to dialysis, and then 2015, I fixed with a spinal problem in my back,
oh gosh.
and I make a big surgery. Before that, my surgeon, Dr. John D. Powell, was my actually favorite doctor who made actually the surgery of my back. So I was under the surgery for 10 hours.
Wow.
And half of the time, it's like 5 hours. After 5 hours, he come out and told my sister that your brother will be paralyzed on the chair. He can't be walking.
Oh my
Look what
goodness.
happened. Look what happened. This is a different story. A different story. So after the 10 hours, I wake up the next day. I was in ICU. I told him I want to stand. I just feel it. I want to stand. So I stand and I walk for a little bit.
Yay.
And succeeded. And then moving on, oh my gosh, 2015, during the dialysis, what I do is exactly, I study the history of the United States. I study the Constitution
Oh wow.
of the United States and the First Amendment and the history of presidents, first president and second president and the fourth president, actually. And can you hear me?
Yes.
And and I study actually the rules, you know, of the politics. So I decide to uh, to actually study the naturalization, and I study the naturalization test at that time, and I passed
And
the
that test is
test.
hard. It's a hard test,
It's a
correct?
hundred. Yes,
I bet a lot
yes.
of
It's
us
a
that are just
history.
born here could not pass that. We'd have to really study for it.
Look, it's easy for me. It is hard, but it's easy for me because I love my country, home country, United States. I want to do a part. I don't. I want to be a part of
It
this
seems like
country,
it might be hard though
to be
because it's in
belonging here.
English. It's in English
It's in
too.
English, of course, of course.
Well, I'm
So
proud of
I
you
learn it.
for doing
Thank
that.
you.
And I'm proud of you for getting out of your depression with your health failing. I'm really
Yes.
glad that you fought, that you got up, that you went to the doctor, that you did this surgery, that you wanted to stand, that you practiced for this test, that you became an American citizen. That shows a lot of character on who you are. So good for
So
you for doing that.
yeah. So what happens exactly? I become a citizen. So the first vote for me was Hillary Clinton.
Oh, nice.
And I was so enthusiasm to be with the party of Democratic Party because I'm a strong Democrat and I'm still strong Democrat. And actually, I was so happy to work for Hillary Clinton, her campaign.
Oh,
happening
nice.
in Indiana. I work in it actually, and I'm making calls more than plus 10,000 calls I make
Oh,
for Hillary
wow.
Clinton.
That's
And I bring
amazing.
Hillary, yes, and I bring Hillary Clinton here and the rest of her family. They came to Indiana 2016. So during that, look, during that, I've been on dialysis, going 3 days in a week on dialysis because I
Wow.
want this person to be, you know, to be our president. I got knowledge from her. I got a good experience from her, you know,
Yeah, you
and
learned a
that's
lot
why
about
I decided to
campaigns.
run it.
Yeah.
Yes. So I
That
learned a
is so
lot. I decided
beautiful.
to run. Yeah. So I decided to run to enjoy the race.
You know,
So
if every
yeah,
American citizen had 10% of your love for the country and 10% of your work ethic and dedication to make the country better, we would be a lot better right now. It's
of
really
course,
impressive.
of course. So look at how the victory that we make yesterday. Imagine this victory to be Hillary Clinton the president. We made in a victory yesterday. I cry, I cry when I heard that it's passed.
We
They
stopped
said
the
there's no
gerrymandering. We stopped the
danger. Yeah,
redistricting. Yes.
yeah. So I call
Yeah.
it it's a Happy Democracy Day. Like
Happy
yesterday, I just
Democracy Day. Love it.
mark it on the calendar, and I said actually, sorry, and I said it's a Happy Democracy Day. So I keep it on the calendar that day, December 11th. It's our democracy happens.
Never forget, Hoosiers. We fought for a
Never
long
ever,
time and we
never ever
won.
forget it. And we
Now,
still fight for democracy and peace and safety for our community.
do
I'm not
you
going to be
know?
working for a
Oh,
few.
sorry.
I'm working for all communities, for all my community, for all the people. So I need your trust, I need your support, and I need your vote in 2026 election.
Yeah, especially with the hate and the fake fears about immigrants. We need to kind of step up and really put the word out about Saad and what a great person he is. You can send him this everybody this episode. Say if you fear this man because his name looks different or because his skin color looks different, send him this episode and have them listen to it so they can realize what a lovely human being you are because you do need extra support. You're worth it. You would make a fantastic township trustee. I'm just curious, do you have 3 people that for Democrats that will run for advisory board? Do you have people or are you going to have to help find people?
Well, I try just to see actually on January 6th when I get filed actually. I will see and until that time we're gonna be engaging actually. I would love uh, especially to thanks a big thanks to Johnson County, Indiana Democratic Party.
No, that's nice.
Our chair, our vice chair, our chairs Amanda Stevenson and Josh King, our vice, and our chair for our district, actually, too. They are really very, very, very wonderful people. I have a second family. I call them a family.
No,
I
that's
have
so
a second
nice.
family. We are together, actually. We work together, And I'm in the office, so I'm feeling so happy, excited because about yesterday. It's a huge things happened in Indiana. It's
So if you're in
different
the
than
area,
any states,
contact Johnson County Democrats if you'd like to get involved. This is a rural county, you all, and
of
it
course.
will be a struggle to fill up that ballot, but filling up the ballot will help you get elected and it'll help district like Congress races, it'll help with state races where we have a chance. If we can get a Secretary of State in Indiana, if we could get a Democrat elected here, not saying all Democrats are great, but in Indiana, we're so heavily Republican that they've stopped listening to Hoosiers. And so, if we could elect either Bo By or Blythe Potter, who I believe is in your county, is she in Johnson County?
She is in my county,
Yeah.
actually.
If we
She's in
could get one
Johnson
of them
County. Yes,
to be
absolutely.
Secretary of State, they can make it easier to vote and it can be more democratic in Indiana because we're like 50th in voting. There's a lot of voter suppression. Our times to vote are rough. So yeah, there's real things. If we can keep this momentum up, be so proud of what we did yesterday, keep it up, and now use it to fill up the ballot and get people to vote May 5th in the primary, and then I believe it's November 2nd in
It's
2026. We can.
2026 actually, and May 6th actually. It's going to
It is.
be
It's May
May
6th.
5th.
I was gonna
May
say, I've been
5th.
saying it's May 5th like
Yeah, May 5th.
8,000 times, so I'm glad it is May 5th. Okay.
It's May 5th. It's
Oh,
May
it's
5th
been just
actually.
pure joy getting to know you. It's just been lovely having you on, Saad. I
Thank
am
you.
so thankful that the government picked Indiana, rural Indiana, to have you. This is a really beautiful immigrant story, especially in December
Yes.
when we're at Christmas season, when we're
Yeah, Christmas
celebrating
season.
Jesus's birth. He was also
Of
an
course.
immigrant, so it's really nice to call that out
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah, so thank you for being here. I'd like to have you on again, especially when it's closer to the primary. But good luck finding
Yes.
people to fill up your ballot. Good luck on your race. Good luck with your health. Thank you for your spirit. Thank you for your determination, your dedication for our country. We are not in a dictatorship. We do not have
No, we're not.
authoritarian rule in America.
Yes.
The fact that
Yes.
me and you can have this conversation right now proves it. I bet it's painful for you to think back about Iraq and what it was like because you lost people you love in these wars. I think we're so spoiled and we need to burn it all to the ground. No, we don't, you guys. We don't need to burn anything to the ground. We need to do this the long way because we are spoiled and do not understand what war actually looks like, right? We
Exactly.
do not want
Exactly.
war.
The
We
war,
we
it's not like as they think is exactly. For two countries, it's bad because two armies is a lot of people dead.
Yeah,
And what about the people, public,
yeah.
like
What
normal,
about just food
peacefully
and water?
people?
Right,
I have my friends, peacefully people, killed without reason, just
right,
killing them because they are on different sides. If you are Sunni, okay, he's a shit, kill this guy, execute this guy. Oh my God, it's we living in danger, and my life was in danger, really danger and threats.
yeah.
So
The
what
far
it
to the
affected
right
me,
and
I
the
just
far to the
told
left,
everybody about it. Yeah,
the far to the
yeah,
right, the far to the left need to calm the crap down. We don't want war. We don't want violence. We need to work
no,
together. We need
yeah,
to get
yeah,
people on the ballot. We organize. We fight peacefully. We fight by organizing, by following the rules, like you said, and then getting in power and maybe making those rules a little better. Yeah, yeah. We do this the right
exactly.
way because that's the way that protects our family and friends and people we love. Yeah, this is a beautiful
Exactly.
story, and it really
Yeah.
should be like a movie or something. Your life.
Yeah, well, I publish it actually. I just forgot when to tell you this. In
Oh yeah.
2016, when I actually involved in American political process, and I work with voluntarily with Hillary Clinton campaign, and I, making calls. I engage with the community in Indianapolis, and I become very popular, and I get a lot of lessons from candidates who I really love, hugely loving him actually, Congressman Andre Carson. He's
Uh-huh.
working hard. He's fighting for us,
I'm glad his
every
district
single
is
day.
still in one piece and not chopped into
Yes,
four.
yes, because he's fighting for it. He's fight for it. Fight for for his community. So I get a lot of knowledge from his actually rules, and how he's actually transitional, working on. I just learned from it, and I learned from our beautiful senators, who's Fadi Kadura, and other representatives. Actually, I learned a lot of representatives we have here, they are very great people who fighting for our democracy and defeated our democracy. And you look at it yesterday, guys, you look at how we are excited, because they sit together, we sit together, actually we united together, we win.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we win.
And we did it
You know?
yesterday, and we can keep it going. We can
Yeah.
fix this state. It's not going to happen overnight, but we can
And
make
I
this
was in
state
the
better.
state, and I was in the state house, and I feel it like, oh my gosh, I just screamed, it's happening, guys. And I was so
Get some
excited
of
at that
your
time.
we all need to get some of your
Yeah,
passion and your love and your
yeah,
positivity. It's
yeah,
beautiful, moving, and much needed right now. And yeah, what a
absolutely.
great story. Thanks for being on. I hope everybody has a wonderful Friday. We have a lot to celebrate in Indiana today. Um, this is great. Thank you. Everybody follow
Thank you.
Saad on on his social media, and then pretty soon after January you can donate to him on his Act Blue. And then if also, wherever you are, look into, can you run for something? We need us,
Absolutely.
the people, making this country great. And our country is great,
Uh,
but we can make it better.
of course, of course. I want to close up with you with the word to the people, with a few words. Our country is always great. And one thing I want to tell you guys, I am running for Plaza Township trustee in 2026 local office. If anyone who has an experience, opportunity to run for office, please do it. Don't be actually be aside. If you could help people and you have an experience, you have an opportunity, okay, go ahead. Fill up actually. Running for something. Help
Yes,
the
run for
people. Be their
something. Help.
voice. That's what
Yep.
we need. That's what we need. Please, I need your support. I need your trust and your vote in 2026 election. Merry Christmas to everybody and Happy New Year 2026. Looking forward to seeing you again soon, guys. Thank
Yes,
you.
that was a wonderful way to end. Thank you for that
First,
message. It's been just pure delight having this conversation with you. I
first.
hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Please
You
share
too.
this, everybody. Please subscribe on YouTube. We only need a couple hundred more subscribers to get 1,000 where we can make money. We already have enough people watch our content. That will really help us keep going. And we also have a store, a Project Next store. It's Hey Elmer / Project Next, and you can get merch, and that helps support a local business, my friend Elmer, and it helps support Project Next. And then just tell everybody about us. And if you want to get emails of the show, projectnextindiana.com, put your email in there. And every time I get done with this show, I pump it out. And so it's also on a podcast, Apple and Spotify. So thank you for being supportive. Please send this to a friend that would like to hear Saad's story. It's really beautiful. Bye, everybody. Thank you.